In a world where art and literature converge, Tori Amos stands out not only as a celebrated musician but now as an author. The Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter recently ventured into the realm of children's literature with her debut picture book Tori and the Muses. This new endeavor has sparked a conversation about her reading life, her inspirations, and the literary figures that have shaped her journey. In an insightful email interview with the New York Times, Amos reflected on how her upbringing in Baltimore was profoundly influenced by literature. She credits her mother Mary with igniting her passion for reading. While her father, a Methodist pastor, believed Mary read biblical stories to her, Amos recalls her mother's quiet rebellion during the cultural constraints of the late 1960s. Instead, she was introduced to the haunting tales of Edgar Allan Poe, a Maryland native whose works resonated deeply with Amos. When asked about the books that currently occupy her nightstand, Amos mentioned Medicine Cards, The Discovery of Power Through the Ways of Animals, noting the profound connection it fosters between mind, body, and spirit. This interactive book and card set embodies her appreciation for indigenous wisdom and the healing properties attributed to animals. Amos also humorously divulged her dreams of being a librarian, referencing her album Tales of a Librarian, where she organized tracts using the Dewey Decimal System. Although her personal library lacks a formal classification, she revels in the fantasy of curating books systematically. The conversation turned to her literary gifts. Growing Up by Russell Baker was a particularly memorable gift for Amos, who expressed her admiration for how Baker portrayed Baltimore as a shining city on a hill. This memoir not only captivated her but also enriched her understanding of her hometown. In her transition from music to writing, Amos shared the inspiration behind Tori and the Muses. Francesco Sedita from Penguin approached her with the idea of writing about the Muses she often thanks in her liner notes. The collaboration with illustrator Demelsa Houghton proved to be a magical experience, as Houghton beautifully captured the essence of these mythical figures. Amos's literary journey also includes poignant moments. She spoke about the last book to bring her to tears, Giving Up the Ghost, by Hilary Mantel. The emotional depth of Mantel's narrative resonated with Amos, showcasing the power of literature to evoke empathy and self-reflection. The mission of her children's book aligns with her broader artistic vision. It aims to inspire creativity and encourage young readers to embrace their imaginations. Through her work, Amos continues to weave the threads of music and storytelling, fostering a new generation of readers who can find solace and inspiration in literature as she once did. As Amos navigates this new chapter, her commitment to storytelling remains steadfast. With the literary world ever evolving, her foray into children's books is not just a personal exploration but a contribution to the rich tapestry of modern literature. The anticipation surrounding her future projects suggests that Amos will continue to enchant her audience, whether through lyrics or illustrations, proving that creativity knows no bounds. In a significant development in international justice, former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte appeared via video link before judges at the International Criminal Court (ICC) in The Hague. This historic moment, which took place on March 14, 2025, marked the first time a former head of state has faced charges in the ICC for alleged crimes against humanity related to his controversial war on drugs. The session attracted widespread attention, highlighting the ongoing global scrutiny of human rights violations and the accountability of leaders. Duterte's administration, which spanned from 2016 to 2022, was marked by a brutal crackdown on illegal drugs that led to thousands of deaths. The ICC launched its investigation in 2021 amidst allegations that these operations constituted extrajudicial killings. During the proceedings, Duterte maintained his innocence, asserting that his policies were aimed at restoring order in the Philippines. "I did what I had to do to protect my country," he stated, emphasizing his view of the drug crisis as a national emergency. The case against Duterte has implications that extend beyond the Philippines. It underscores a growing trend where international law is increasingly holding leaders accountable for their actions regardless of their position. Analysts suggest that this could set a precedent for future cases against other leaders accused of similar violations. What we are witnessing is not just a trial, it is a crucial step towards establishing the rule of law in international relations, remarked Dr. Maria Lopez, a human rights scholar at the University of Manila. As the proceedings unfold, U.S. intelligence reports have revealed that President Vladimir Putin of Russia still harbors ambitions of dominating Ukraine, despite ongoing peace negotiations. The intelligence assessments suggest that Putin's hardline supporters may turn against him if he concedes too much in talks aimed at resolving the conflict. Analysts warn that a miscalculation on Putin's part could lead to increased instability in the region, further complicating the delicate balance of power in Eastern Europe. The geopolitical landscape is further complicated by the contrasting narratives surrounding these issues. While Duterte faces international scrutiny, Putin's actions continue to evoke a mix of fear and defiance among his allies. As one expert noted, peace is often fraught with peril for leaders like Putin, who must navigate the expectations of their most ardent supporters while also dealing with the international community. Looking ahead, the implications of Duterte's trial and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine will likely reverberate across international relations. The outcomes of these events could redefine how leaders approach governance and accountability, as well as influence global perceptions of justice and sovereignty. The world watches closely as the ramifications of these cases may reshape the discourse on human rights and international law in the years to come. As economic indicators fluctuate and global markets react, concerns about a potential recession are beginning to surface. The latest analysis from the Wall Street Journal offers insights into early signs that may signal an impending economic downturn. With inflation rates still lingering and consumer confidence wavering, businesses and investors alike are keenly observing trends that could dictate the trajectory of the economy. Experts point out that certain economic indicators often serve as precursors to recession. For example, a noticeable slowdown in consumer spending can lead to decreased business revenues, which in turn can trigger layoffs and further depress consumer confidence. Consumer spending is the lifeblood of the economy, said economist Jane Smith. If we start to see those numbers dip, it could set off a chain reaction that affects all sectors. With this in mind, analysts are closely monitoring retail sales data, which has shown signs of softening in recent months. In addition to consumer behavior, the labor market is another critical area of focus. Job creation has been robust, but a sudden increase in unemployment claims could indicate underlying economic weakness. The latest figures reveal a slight uptick in initial jobless claims, which some analysts interpret as a warning sign. While the job market remains strong overall, even a small rise in unemployment claims can be a red flag, noted labor market analyst Tom Brown. Another factor contributing to recession fears is the current state of the financial markets. Volatility has become a common theme, with the stock market experiencing significant fluctuations. In a recent financial services roundup, experts discussed the implications of rising interest rates, highlighting that higher borrowing costs could dampen economic growth. Business expansion often relies on access to affordable credit, stated financial strategist Lisa Green. As interest rates rise, we may see companies pulling back on investments, which could stall growth. Amid these concerns, gold prices have surged above $3,000 an ounce, with many investors turning to the precious metal as a safe haven amidst uncertainty. This spike in gold prices can be seen as a reflection of market anxiety, with investors seeking stability in tangible assets. Gold has traditionally been viewed as a hedge against economic turmoil, remarked market analyst Richard Lee. Its rise indicates that investors are preparing for potential turbulence ahead. As the economic landscape continues to evolve, the interplay of these indicators will be crucial in determining the likelihood of a recession. Stakeholders across various sectors are urged to remain vigilant and adaptable. The coming months will be pivotal as businesses assess their strategies in light of these emerging trends and market dynamics. In conclusion, while the signs of a recession remain ambiguous, the convergence of consumer spending trends, labor market fluctuations, and financial market volatility suggests a need for caution. As we move forward, it will be essential for businesses and investors to stay informed and responsive to changing economic conditions, ensuring they are prepared for any potential challenges that may lie ahead. The global gold market is undergoing a remarkable transformation, driven by unprecedented demand and geopolitical tensions. Recent developments have highlighted a booming trade in gold bars, particularly from London to New York, with Switzerland serving as a crucial intermediary. As geopolitical uncertainties mount and economic fears escalate, gold is once again emerging as a safe haven for investors. The Arger refinery in Mendrisio, Switzerland has found itself at the center of this surge, operating around the clock to meet the rising demand for 1 kilogram gold bars, the standard in New York. Co-chief executive Robin Kalvenbach noted the exceptional nature of this demand, stating typically a period of peak demand would last for 1 or 2 weeks. But peak demand like we have at the moment, which has lasted more than 3 months, is quite unusual. The primary driver behind this spike is the looming threat of tariffs on gold imports by the U.S., which has led to a rush of over $61 billion worth of bullion entering the country. As investors scrambled to secure their assets before potential tariffs were imposed, gold prices soared to record highs, surpassing $3,000 per troy ounce for the first time. This steep increase has distorted trade data and created a supply shortage in London, traditionally the world's largest gold trading hub. The dynamics of the gold market are further complicated by the differing bar sizes used in London and New York. While London predominantly trades in 400 troy ounce bars, New York relies on the smaller 1 kilogram bars, necessitating a melting and recasting process in Switzerland. John Reed, senior market strategist at the World Gold Council, emphasized the physical nature of gold, stating gold has financial characteristics, but it is also a physical asset. This reality has been underscored by the logistical challenges faced by traders and refineries in responding to sudden shifts in demand. The Bank of England, which holds vast quantities of gold for various entities, has seen withdrawal requests surge, leading to a backlog of over 4 weeks for gold retrieval. This bottleneck has created a liquidity crisis in the London bullion market, pushing lease rates for gold to record highs and increasing operational costs for businesses reliant on physical gold. Despite these challenges, the Arger refinery continues to operate at full capacity. After melting down gold bars, they are recast into the smaller bars required for New York, a process that Kalvenbach describes as labor-intensive and time-consuming. The journey from London to New York typically involves transporting gold via armored trucks to Heathrow, followed by flights to Zurich and then to the U.S. This entire logistical process incurs costs of approximately $3 to $5 per ounce, further complicating the market dynamics. The recent surge in gold prices and demand has prompted investment banks to revise their price forecasts, with some predicting prices may rise as high as $3,300 per troy ounce by year-end. Alexander Zumpf, a senior precious metals trader, highlighted the trend of both institutional and private investors flocking to gold as a hedge against economic instability, stating, "The physical gold market is experiencing strong demand." Looking ahead, the ongoing geopolitical landscape will play a critical role in shaping gold's trajectory. With fears regarding tariffs on bullion easing, the inflow of gold into New York could diminish, prompting long-term holders to reconsider the benefits of London's lower storage costs. As the market adjusts, the Arger refinery may find itself once again firing on all cylinders, ready to respond to the next wave of demand. The interplay between physical gold and market speculation continues to underscore the unique role of this precious metal in a turbulent global economy. In the heart of Minnesota, known for its frigid winters and picturesque lakes, a unique cultural phenomenon is taking shape: the rise of sauna culture. As more residents embrace this age-old practice, which many attribute to the state's Scandinavian heritage, a new community is forming around the warmth of heated wooden cabins and the exhilarating chill of ice-cold plunges. Rachel Leengang, who recently relocated to Minnesota after a decade in the arid climate of Phoenix, Arizona, captures the essence of this transformation in her exploration of the sauna scene. In her article for The Guardian, she reflects on her initial experiences, beginning with her apprehension at the thought of immersing herself in icy waters following a sauna session. Despite her fears, Leengang found herself pleasantly surprised by the serenity that followed her plunge into a frozen lake, a ritual that has become a hallmark of the sauna experience in this region. The allure of saunas in Minnesota can be traced back to the late 1800s, when Scandinavian immigrants introduced the practice, making it a staple in both social and wellness contexts. As Glenn Auerbach, founder of Sauna Times, notes, these claims are kind of tricky because they show a little bit of pride or arrogance. But yeah, I would say that we are leading the charge by several measures. The state's harsh winter climate, characterized by temperatures often dipping below zero, makes the warmth of a sauna particularly inviting. Saunas have undergone a renaissance in recent years, spurred in part by a collective yearning for community following the isolation of the COVID-19 pandemic. Reports indicate strong growth in the sauna industry, with an increased focus on the health benefits associated with regular use, such as improved circulation and heart health. Leengang observed that many homes in the Minneapolis area come equipped with saunas, suggesting a cultural norm that values this form of self-care and social interaction. Jessica Nelson, operations manager at 612 Sauna, emphasizes the communal aspect of saunas, stating, "Sauna is a great way to connect with other people without needing to go out to eat or go to a bar or drink." This sentiment resonates with many Minnesotans, who often find themselves more open and communicative in the intimate setting of a sauna, where the absence of screens fosters genuine connections. Leengang's journey into sauna culture led her to various sauna experiences, including a winter festival featuring a sauna village. There she encountered a variety of saunas and enthusiasts who engaged in friendly competitions for endurance in extreme heat. The camaraderie she experienced was a testament to the sauna's role as a social hub, bridging gaps between neighbors and friends alike. However, the sauna experience is not without its risks. Auerbach advises new saunagoers to listen to their bodies to avoid dehydration, and Leengang humorously recounts her own encounter with melted anti-glare coatings on her glasses due to the heat. These anecdotes underscore the learning curve associated with fully embracing this unique tradition. The appeal of sauna culture extends beyond mere relaxation; it's about embracing the cold as a complement to the heat. Physical therapist Craig Ringsven, who converted his backyard into a sauna retreat, describes the invigorating rush of alternating between hot and cold. "It's alarming and shocking, but you go back right in the sauna and you feel so dang invigorated and woken up," he says, highlighting the addictive nature of this ritual. As Leengang continues to explore the sauna culture of her new home, she reflects on her evolving relationship with this practice. While she may not be ready to install a sauna in her own home, she appreciates the opportunity to connect with her community and embrace the outdoors even in sub-zero temperatures. Ultimately, her journey captures the spirit of Minnesota's sauna scene, where the intersection of warmth, cold, and community creates a uniquely invigorating experience that is likely to endure for years to come. As sauna culture continues to thrive in Minnesota, it stands as a testament to the power of tradition in fostering community and enhancing well-being, paving the way for future generations to embrace this age-old practice amidst the modern world. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, a recent tragic incident has underscored the critical importance of aviation safety protocols and the consequences of neglecting them. On March 14, 2025, the National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB) released a report detailing the findings from an airplane crash that claimed the lives of North Dakota State Senator Doug Larson, his wife Amy, and their 2 children in October 2023. This devastating accident, which occurred during a nighttime flight near Canyonlands Regional Airport, has reignited discussions about pilot awareness and adherence to safety measures in low-visibility conditions. The NTSB's investigation pointed to pilot error as the primary cause of the crash. According to the report, Larson failed to utilize the runway lights upon takeoff and did not monitor his instrument panel adequately. This oversight likely resulted in spatial disorientation, a condition where a pilot loses their sense of orientation, particularly in challenging flying conditions. The aircraft, a Piper Cherokee PA-28-140, struck a hill shortly after takeoff and traveled approximately 540 feet before colliding with another hill, leading to the tragic loss of life. Sheriff Jamison Wiggins, who held a press conference following the incident, emphasized the importance of understanding the circumstances surrounding such accidents. In aviation, every detail matters. The failure to use available resources like runway lights can have catastrophic consequences, he stated. The report noted that the moon had not risen at the time of the accident, further complicating visibility. Despite receiving a pre-flight weather briefing, Larson did not receive information about illumination conditions, which could have influenced his decision-making. The NTSB highlighted that local pilots typically avoid using the runway at night due to the dark conditions and lack of visual references. Larson's immediate decision to turn off the airplane's landing lights after takeoff may have further impaired his ability to navigate safely. Investigators noted it is likely that the pilot neither had adequate visual references after takeoff nor monitored the airplane's flight instruments appropriately to detect the airplane's descent during the continuous 180-degree crosswind to downwind turn. This tragic event serves as a sobering reminder of the inherent risks of aviation, particularly in adverse conditions. As the aviation industry continues to evolve, it is crucial for pilots to remain vigilant and adhere to established safety protocols to prevent future accidents. The NTSB's findings may prompt renewed calls for enhanced training and safety education aimed at improving pilot proficiency in challenging flying environments. Looking ahead, the aviation community must reflect on these findings and consider how to better prepare pilots for the complexities of flying at night or in low visibility situations. As technology advances, integrating more robust safety systems and training programs could be essential in preventing similar tragedies from occurring in the future. The lessons learned from this heartbreaking incident will hopefully drive improvements in aviation safety, ensuring that pilots are better equipped to make informed decisions in the cockpit, especially during the most perilous conditions.